But I do need to talk to you guys about something serious. And you guys didn't do anything wrong.
Someone got in trouble.
Can you just listen, please? Okay. And I am going to record it, not for anybody in particular, but just because I think that, I don't know, maybe it'll be useful at some point in the future. So, all right. So there's a lot that's going on in the country, and I want you guys to be aware of it. I don't want it to take you by surprise. Okay? So I want to share what's going on with you, and I want to try to make sure that you are just prepared. Okay? So over the past couple of days, there were 2 black men who had some sort of altercation or interaction with the police, and they were killed by police. I don't know all of the details, and I'm going to be honest with you. There are videos on YouTube. There are news reports about it. The whole world knows about it. Mommy can't watch it because it's too upsetting. It's heartbreaking to know that these men, regardless of what happened, because I don't know what happened, but my understanding is that they were not given the benefit of the doubt, where the law says you're innocent until you're proven guilty. They were judged and sentenced in a matter of minutes, and now they're dead. This is not something new in this country, unfortunately, but there is a history in this country of discrimination and racism and prejudice. Prejudice is people being judged prematurely without having all the facts. And I believe that these men were judged prematurely, and as a result, they're dead. People are angry. People are feeling like black people, and black men especially, are being targeted just because they're black men. We have a history that we have been an oppressed people. We have gone through slavery. We have been treated like animals. Hundreds of men and women chained, put in the bottom of a boat with no food, no water, no toilets, no medical care, to be shipped from Africa to North America to be used as workhorses. And during that trip, babies were born in piles of urine and feces because we were chained like animals. People died from dehydration, starvation, illness. So we live with the knowledge of that history. We live with the knowledge that our people were enslaved, abused, raped, beaten, sold like animals, sold like property, separated, bred like dogs. You know how dogs are bred so that the puppies can be sold? Well, our people who look like us with our skin color, were bred like dogs to be sold. And so we live with that history. We live with the history that even after slavery, we continue to be abused and treated like animals and treated like less than equal, less than a human, less than a man, less than a woman. Which is why I showed you those videos, like the butler. You remember seeing the butler? About the man who his parents were slaves, or maybe they were sharecroppers.
Oh yeah, that one.
And he ended up working in the White House, and all of the things that he saw and experienced, and all of the things that his son wanted to fight against. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And they sat at the lunch counters, and they weren't allowed to go certain places. So we live with that history and the hurt from that. We live with the history that we have been denied education, equal education, and the same rights, the same protection. We live with the history that Black people, Black men, have not been given, especially Black men, have not been given equal rights, have not been afforded justice, respect, basic human dignity and decency, so that we have seen Black men hanging from trees. Do you hear what I'm saying? Black men hanging from trees.
Mom, is it okay if I grab the phone after this?
I want you to pay attention. Don't focus on what you're going to do. Focus on this moment, because I want this to sink in for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we live with that. And everything that Daddy and I have ever tried to teach you, I like to think that I have been a good parent, because every child deserves to have a good parent, okay? And every child should be encouraged to get an education. And every child should be encouraged to be respectful and respect their elders and respect their teachers and respect police officers and respect themselves and respect each other. And I believe that I have been a good parent because you deserve good parents. But I'm realizing that so much of what I've taught you, and so much of the reason why we're so hard on you guys, and we're so strict with you guys, and the reason why we're so, we push you, and I know we push you guys, but I've realized, and it hurts my heart, that the reason is because I'm scared for you. Because I want you guys to have the life that you deserve. And I still believe that if you work hard and you're educated, I still believe that you guys will achieve every goal and every dream. I still believe that. But when we insist on excellence, boys, this is why. This is why. Because people will kill you. People will kill you. And I can't give you the reason why. People will assume that you are a gangbanger, that you are a thug. They will assume that if you ask a question, you're being disrespectful. I want you guys to be able to express yourselves. I want you guys to be able to be who you are. I don't want to stifle all of the beautiful things about you. But I want you to be alive. I want you guys to make it. I want you guys to make it. I don't want you guys to be a statistic, and you will not be statistics. You will not be. But this is why sometimes we tell you, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Don't question me. This is why we do it. Because if you don't know how to shut up when it's time to shut up, you might not be here. And I know it's not fair. It's not fair. You have the right. You should have the right to speak up for yourself. You should have the right to speak up to injustice. You should have the right to say, explain to me, officer, what did I do wrong? Officer, I don't understand. You should have the right to do that. But history and recent history is proving to me that you just don't, and it's not fair. It's not right, but it's the way it is. And when I insist that you're going to do your homework, it's so that you don't have to be somebody's slave. I don't want you to experience that. If you want to work at McDonald's, you can work at McDonald's. But I don't want you to work at McDonald's because it was your only option. Do you see the difference? If you want to work at McDonald's and it's your choice and your dream to work at McDonald's, be the boss. Be the owner. But while you live in my house, you're going to get your education and you're going to strive for the very, very best that is in you. Not what somebody else decides is the most that you can do or the best that you can be. And so, Jeremiah, I want to talk to you because we're trying to get you into a private school, a school that we cannot afford, okay? If you get in, I don't know how we're going to afford it. But the reason we want you to go there and wear a shirt and a tie and a blazer is because you deserve to have the same opportunities that every other child, white or Chinese, rich or poor. You deserve to have the same opportunities. And I still believe that education will get you there. And Joshua, you have a ridiculous talent with music. And we're going to continue to push you because you're only using 1/10 of what you have. You're only using a portion of what God has given you. And I'm sorry to have to come at you like this. I'm sorry to have to deliver this message in this way. I couldn't sleep last night. I couldn't sleep. I cried and I cried and I cried. And I woke up to the news today to hear that some people, and I don't know who they are, were at a protest in Dallas. And of course the police are going to be there, which they should be, to keep things in order and protect people. And people shot the police. And I believe 11 police officers were shot. I believe 5 of them are dead. That's what we know right now. And so what's happening is people are angry, and they have a right to be angry. And this is something I've told you before. You have a right to be angry. It's what you do with that anger that can create a problem. The Bible says, be angry, but do not sin. And so you're going to be angry. And we taught you this in this house. You're going to be angry, but you're not going to disrespect me. You're going to be angry, but you're not going to slam your bedroom door. You're going to be angry, but you're not going to lose your mind. Not in this house. And so if I teach you this now when you're 11 years old and you're 13 years old, when you walk out that door today, tomorrow, when you're 18, when you're 25, you're going to remember, please remember what we taught you. Because people are going to make you angry. And you're going to have to find a way to deal with it without sinning, without hurting other people, and without hurting yourself. And if you have to cry about it, you can cry about it. If you need to write a poem, write a poem. If you need to wear a t-shirt, wear a t-shirt. If you need to change the laws, change the laws. If you need to yell and scream, be careful where you do it and when you do it and who you do it with. That's the reality. You take care of yourself. You deal with that anger. But don't sin. Now, the police officers have blame. They have wronged. And we can be angry at that. But we can't be angry at all police officers. Because if we do, if we react that way, then we're doing the same thing that they're doing to us. Which is saying that all black people and all brown people and all poor people and all different people are the same. That we're all guilty. And we're not all guilty. Okay? And so you can love and you can care about your people, your black and brown people. You can care about each other and care about yourselves without hating. You don't have to hate other people to love who you are. And not everybody's going to agree with you. I have friends, good friends that I love, and they have disappointed me. Because we grew up together, and they know I'm black. They see that. But for some reason, they can't understand what we're experiencing. And they're saying things that I find insensitive. They're saying things that I find hurtful personally. And I don't understand it. I don't like it. It breaks my heart. But I'm still going to love them. I'm going to find a way to deal with it. I'm going to forgive them. And if more people would behave in that way with forgiveness, it would make a huge difference. You guys know that. The reason we go to church, the reason we pray, the reason we've raised you the way we've raised you is because of this very day. Because you guys will be equipped and empowered. Power is not this. Power is not a gun. Power is right here. And power is right here. And you guys have that. You will not be victims today. Do you understand me? You will not be followers today. You understand me? Today's like any other day in some ways. Racism was here yesterday, and it's here today. Black men and women are getting killed yesterday. It's going to happen today, tomorrow. People are going to do the wrong thing. Police are going to do the wrong thing. Other people are going to do the wrong thing. They did yesterday, they're going to do it today. So in that regard, today is not different. So you're going to be consistent in your integrity, in your conduct, in your character today, just like any other day. Today's going to be harder because there's a lot of people feeling it today. And everybody has an opinion. But you know who you are. You know what's expected of you. And if you were able to meet that expectation yesterday, you'll meet it today. Because you're prepared. Okay? I love you guys. I'm extremely proud of you. Mommy and Daddy are not going to let up on you. But I hope you understand why. I hope you understand why. Do you guys have anything you want to say? If anything comes up, you guys can call me. I will answer the phone. Okay?
Mhm.
I love you guys.
Love you too.